the most popular method in qualitative methods is Delphi method. So Delphi method works like this. A set of questions, a questionnaire will be sent to a panel of experts in different fields relevant to that product that we are planning to introduce or for the demand that we are trying to forecast. Okay, so this set of questionnaires will be sent to these experts who will be giving us the feedback, and the feedback from each of these, the answers from each of these experts related to the product will be aggregated and combined into a set of results, and based on these results, and again there is a new questionnaire that is prepared, and again this new question will be passed on to the experts again, right? So this process is repeated until there is a common opinion on the forecast values that we are deriving for that new product. So I'll repeat it. Basically, it's a questionnaire that is sent to all the experts, okay, and the results that we got from these questionnaires will be aggregated, and then a new questionnaire is prepared based on these inputs given by the experts, and then this questionnaire is again sent to the expert till this process is repeated till we get a common opinion on the forecast value that is given by each of these experts. Okay, that is called the consensus on the forecast. It's a common opinion on the forecast that we derived. Okay, so this is the process that is followed as part of the Delphi method. Okay, so when I say experts, suppose in our example, SUV example, so one might be a economic advisor, another might be a customer facing expert related to SUV vehicles, and third expert might be giving some market inputs regarding the SUV market or car market in general. So these are the different experts from different fields relevant to that product that we are talking about. In this case, if it is SUVs, so an economic advisor can tell you in which direction the economy is going on, whether the population has the affordability to buy that SUV or not, whether the salary range is in the price range of SUV or not. That is an input that he can give. And from a market trend standpoint, whether people are looking forward for SUVs or not, who the expert 2 can be a customer facing expert where he knows the opinions of the people. Okay, similarly from different aspects of the market, different people will give their opinions on this questionnaire. Okay, so and that's how the final forecast is arrived at. Okay, there are some advantages and disadvantages for this. The first advantage being individual opinions are considered. So each expert opinion is important and used in deriving the forecast. So no information is lost from any of the expert. Second advantage is can include wide range of experts. So as I said, experts from different fields, we can include any relevant field from related to that industry to derive the forecast. So there is no limit on the number of inputs that we can get in this case. Whereas coming to the disadvantages of Delphi method, firstly it is time consuming. See, because these experts are not part of one company where they will sit and work towards this common goal, so they will have their own work, and this is a information gathering process that we are doing, and multiple iterations we will be doing, which is a time consuming. And the second disadvantage is the quality. The quality of the forecast that we derive using this method depends on the participants of this process, that is the experts that we choose to derive this forecast. The quality of those participants will determine the quality of the forecast that we are getting. Okay, so in order to be more effective in preparing the forecast for this Delphi method, we need to keep these things in mind while doing this process. The second method is executive opinion method. In this method, the opinions, as the name indicates, the opinions are gathered from the executives of the company, that is the senior management of the company. So there is no outsider opinion is considered for this, for arriving the forecast of the new product. So in this method, because the executive management will be they are already part of the business they are in. Suppose in case of our example, so they are already there in the business of sedans, basically the car industry. Now they are trying to enter into SUV business. So they have, with their experience and knowledge in the market, they know how the market trend is, and also on a daily basis they will be interacting with the customer because they are already in the car business. So they will be having some experience of and some knowledge on the direction of the market, whether it is suitable for SUVs or not, whether people are looking for SUVs or not. So some information will be available with the senior management of the company, so based on which they can take an opinion poll of all the executives in the company from various departments, and then they will take a call on the final forecast of the product. So in this method, the disadvantages are, in case of the senior management, there will be a possibility of domination of one senior person over all other opinions because of the stature they are in. Because of the position they are in, they might voice their opinion strong over other opinions, and because of that the forecast might be biased. So there is a disadvantage in this case, domination of opinion by one of the senior executive because of the position they are holding. So that's the only disadvantage in this case. Third method is Salesforce opinion. Salesforce is nothing but the sales people who are in direct contact with the customer to sell the product. So the opinion of salespeople is a very good source of forecast because they will be directly knowing the customer feedback from the market. So the opinions will be collected from all the salespeople from different markets and then used it to derive the forecast on whether the SUVs are relevant for that market or not, and how many numbers they might be looking at in terms of the forecast. But the only disadvantage here is salespeople, in order to reduce their targets, they might underestimate the demand. They might underestimate the demand. Suppose say in Jan for this SUV, based on the customer feedback they got, the SUV demand might be 1000 units. Okay, in order to reduce their target, the sales people, so they might say, they get the information that it will be 500 or say 600. So actual SUV requirement is 1000, but the sales people reduce it so that they can easily reach this target. They said it is a 600, that the information that they got from the customer. So they are basically underestimating the demand, which will adversely affect the forecast, right? Based on this number we will be arriving at the forecast, whereas this is the right information that we are getting from the market. So this is the only advantage only disadvantage when we go through the Salesforce opinion to arrive at the forecast. The fourth qualitative method in arriving a forecast is by using consumer or market survey. So basically in this, similar to our Delphi method, we create a questionnaire about our product that we are launching and send it to each of these customers. So based on the responses from the customers, we will aggregate the feedback from all the customers and then create a forecast, derive a forecast based on the information. Okay, so this questionnaire will be about the new product that we are launching and about the customer intention to whether he is looking forward for that type of product or not. So based on the feedback from many customers, it's not that I listed only 3, it will be basically a large number of customers. That feedback is aggregated and used in deriving the forecast. Okay, so this is a very reliable method because we are directly contacting the customer for the feedback, and customer is finally the person who will be buying the SUV in our example, right? So this is a more accurate one. That is the advantage of this method is more accurate or reliable, you can say. If you are directly getting it from the customer. The disadvantage is it is a time consuming process, because reaching out for the customer and getting the feedback is not that easy because of the number of customers involved and the time they take to give us the feedback. Okay, so these are the advantages and disadvantages. So these are the 4 qualitative methods. Now we will move on to quantitative methods.